The French relaunch plan. This is the name given by Paris to its recovery strategy to face the crisis caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, presented last week to the European Commission. The whole proposal is estimated at around 100 billion euros, of which the European Union will provide 41 billion euros in aid from the so-called Recovery and Resilience Facility. In order to access this money, member states must spend at least 37% in investments and reforms that support climate objectives and 20% towards the digital transition. In order to convince the Commission, France has gone far beyond this, with approximately 50% of these funds aimed at the environment and 25% towards the digital economy. Paris intends to focus its climate action on improving energy efficiency in buildings and also on greener transport methods.
Paris, for example, places a lot of emphasis on railways, whereas in Germany, for example, they talk more about electric vehicles, electric cars, which is more in line with German industry. Of course, Paris is more focused on railways, and we know the importance of railways and TGV in France, so it's something they insist on.
Paris's plan does stand out from its neighbours, though, as the government really places emphasis on the retraining of the country's workforce.
This is really unique to the French plan. I haven't seen anything like this in other proposals aimed at training. And this seems to me to be useful because if we want to implement a green transition, a digital transition, there's a large part of training and also of job changes that will take place with this green transition in particular.
The strategy also includes nationwide structural reforms. But the plans don't exactly mark a break with the past, rather a continuation of the French government's commitments, including the overhaul of unemployment insurance, the implementation of which had been suspended due to the pandemic. The plan comes 1 year before the presidential election, though, with it being described in some quarters as an electoral roadmap for the current president.
The proposal is also a communication plan for the French to show that at the European level, France is moving the line somewhat. And we know that this was one of the main elements of Emmanuel Macron's program during the last presidential elections, and will certainly be one of the elements he will want to put forward in the next presidential elections.
But Macron will not be able to reap all of the plan's benefits on the campaign trail. While the first handouts are expected in the coming months, the majority of EU funding is expected from 2023 onwards. Chris Pitches, Euronews, Brussels.